Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today we're gonna put little Facebook surprise a woman trying to do a robbery. I kind of touched on this in my blog. If not, you just go with this. Go ahead and talk about it. I'm not gonna ramble too much, but before we get into this, I want to know, after watching this video, are you going to continue selling stuff on Facebook? Are you going to be more cautious? Are you going to continue picking up stuff as well? Although I don't know. Let's get into it. I'm just talking.
5 officers responded to a reported attempted Facebook marketplace robbery.
Hi. Is your son-in-law the one that called?
I guess so.
Okay, what happened?
I try to sell stuff on Facebook, marketplace, and I was down. I got a big wake up call. The lady contacted me, this morning and wanted me to bring curling on her, and she paid me.
Okay.
So we went to the address, and she wasn't there. So I just said, forget it. I went on my way. She calls me back, and then she says, well, bring it to me to the Home Depot, So I went by the Home Depot, the garden area.
Okay.
And when I called her, she says, let me know when, I'm here. So I called her. She says, well, have the passenger door open, and I said, for what? And she hangs up on me. So I'm there, and she comes to the car, and she says, let me get in. So my car was locked, because my grandchildren were in the back.
Okay.
So she tries to reach, so she starts throwing fruit at us.
Fruit?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she says, give me all your money or I'm going to cut you.
Okay.
I never saw a knife.
Never saw a knife?
No.
Okay.
So she kept saying she's going to cut me.
Okay.
And I rolled up the window almost on her arm because this lady was psycho.
Okay.
And I drove off.
Did she give you a name or anything when
My daughter has her profile.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. There was definitely some red flags there. Changing of the location. No. Personally, no. He said, unless it's like each other and that has happened, but it was in the same area. So we were supposed to meet in front of, let's say, Target, but instead we met at the gas station, just still in that same area. And even that, no, something that when she put her hand in the car, I don't know, marketplace, a little tricky because you never know maybe around that scene. But I also have to do with due diligence and what that people do. I go to your profile. I'm checking if I have a ghost page or find 2 pictures, but it sounds like maybe the daughter's gonna come out with information. So let me stop talking again. I'm gonna find out what's happening.
The profile picture or one of the pictures on her profile on Facebook, it says Selena Luna.
I don't know.
I have her phone number.
And this is the lady that
That's the lady.
Yeah.
Were you with her?
My kids
No.
also identified her.
Okay.
They were in the car with my mom.
Yeah, she reached in my car, and that's when I put my window up. And then I almost drove over her toes.
Zebra 52901.
And I love the tattoo.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's awesome.
And how old are your kids?
My youngest is 9 and then my other son is 13.
She will be the suspect.
10-4. I'm sorry.
9 and 13.
9 and 13.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're shaking.
But she threatened you, but she never produced an actual knife.
No.
Okay.
Because I took off. I wasn't going to let her anywhere near my grandchildren ignore me.
And how much were you selling this curling iron for?
$5. I know.
What kind of vehicle they ran?
Just about to work on that. Stand by. What kind of vehicle were you in?
That one right there.
A white Ford.
A silver
Fiesta.
Ford Fiesta?
Yeah.
What kind of vehicle was she in?
She wasn't.
She wasn't in a vehicle?
She walked out of the garden department.
Oh, okay. The victim was in a silver Ford Fiesta. The suspect walked out of the garden area, according to the victim. And you do want to press charges, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Let me make a quick call, and then this officer's going to take the reports from you, okay?
Okay, so long story short, she messages you on Facebook wanting a curling iron.
Yeah.
She tells you to come to that Missouri address.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah.
No one's there.
No,
and
so I
then-
figured she went to work,
And then you guys talk about meeting at Home Depot, right?
Yeah.
Did you call her and you guys discussed it, or?
No, she just threw it at Home Depot in front.
So
Okay, so you go to Home Depot around 11:58 to
Yeah.
noon,
Mm-hmm.
and you're waiting out there, and then she comes out,
Yeah.
and she just comes up to your vehicle, and that's when she starts saying all that stuff.
Yeah, she starts pounding on the door and she says, "Let me in." And I said, "For what? I don't know you." And that's when I put and she tried to reach in and I put the window up more and then I was driving off.
And she didn't have any sort of weapon or knife or
I
anything
didn't
like
see
that?
anything.
Did she, what kind of statements was she telling you that
I'm
was
gonna cut you. I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna rob you. Give me $5 or give me all your money.
Okay.
That's why I never ever was.
I didn't mean to get close to be giving up $5. You turn around and try it out. I could see if it was something more expensive. Where it's a $5 to put her hand in the car and she said I couldn't move the doors was locked. I know a lot of people who only like to lock their cars at particular times. And no, that's crazy. Wow, what would y'all have done in that situation? Your kids back or you got your nieces or somebody. No, that is crazy.
I didn't know her.
And then after that, she started throwing food at the vehicle?
Yeah, food.
And then is that when you tried to leave the Home Depot?
Mhm.
Okay.
And when I turned around, she was in the middle of the parking lot and running after, me. And I was like, I had to leave because,
And then you
I
said
gotta
she had curly hair and she had a mask on?
yeah, a big like this, covered almost her whole face.
When she came up to the car, what was the first thing that she said?
Give me all your money. Like, give me $5.
No, she pulled on the door.
Oh, yeah, she pulled on the door and said, let me in, because I'm going to sit down. Well, my grandma said, she pulled on the door handle and said, let me in. And my grandma said, why? And she said, because I'm going to sit down. And she's like, no, you're not going to sit down in my car. And she said, let me sit down and I'm going to rob you and give me the $5 or I'm going to cut you. And give me all your money.
And then did she try to grab the curling iron? Did you see?
Yes. I saw her reach into the window and try to grab it.
Okay. And she wasn't able to grab it?
No,
No?
because my grandma snatched it.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then after that,
Right.
after that, she tried to drive away and then that chick started throwing stuff?
She started running at the car and throwing stuff.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Officers later located the woman outside.
Oh, I mean, let's be quite honest. If this woman walked up to your car, I would have drove off immediately. Like, Gibbs disheveled. Little, like, I'm not knocking out. She's like that. I mean, I'm sure some people look at my outfits. Oh, okay, even my mind went. But again, something just looks a little off. Again, if she was walking up to your car, out in the garden section. First off, why in the garden section? Most Walmart garden sections are often a little cut. They're often a little side area where, because most people don't utilize the garden section. That's like want to be in and out and avoid people to quickly check out. Get a quick little parking spot where you ain't gotta walk where everybody know. Go to the garden section. So off rip, I was like, no, again, changing up her locations. She not getting out of a car, but just coming to exchange. Why are you in Home Depot already? Like, what's going on? And it look like this? I think not, but let's continue.
At a nearby hotel.
Probably going.
Can I have you drop your bag? No, put your phone on the bottom.
Got my phone too.
Yeah, please. You can be detained right now, okay?
Okay. What's going on?
I'll explain to you right after.
Okay. Did I do something wrong?
I'll talk to you in a second.
Okay.
What's your name, ma'am?
Selena?
Selena what?
Luna?
Luna?
Yeah. I just went to call my dad.
Quick one.
Where's your dad?
Right there. Can you have me?
Last of Luna.
Uh-huh.
First
What's his name?
Daniel.
Selena.
Okay. You guys know her? Who is that?
She's very pretty. But clearly doesn't. Parents are in here, so that's never a truly good sign. Still stand up. So said what it said. But I mean, she looks disheveled, and it matches up with what we're seeing.
Your daughter. Okay. So right now we're conducting an investigation. I'm not sure what happened, but she's matching the description of a suspect that we're looking for in regards to an armed robbery. Okay.
She's on shield. Just got off probation. She's been arrested 15 times.
Really? Oh, yeah. I mean, I've dealt with her previously.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk to her, question her, see what's going on. I don't know if you guys want to hang tight or.
Did a robbery or what?
That's what it seems like. Yes, I believe she was trying to buy something off Facebook Marketplace, and she met up with someone and something about knife being involved. So I'm not sure. Again, don't quote me on that because I'm not too sure. But yes, sir. Alright. Well, she pointed out you guys, so I wanted to see who you guys were. So if you guys want to hang tight and go from there. All right, thank you.
So I'm just going to read you something real quick, okay?
Okay, what's that?
So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney before, during, or after any questioning.
Okay.
If you can't afford to hire an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you at no expense, okay?
Okay.
Understanding your rights. So if you make any statements or...
But what did I do?
No, I just have some questions.
Oh, okay.
But answering any questions or making any statements at any time, you can stop at any time, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand your rights?
Absolutely.
Understanding your rights, you're still willing to speak with me?
Absolutely.
Okay.
What's going on?
What happened at Home Depot?
I was just on the cart. I got on one of the carts because I had just walked, and I went to go talk to my Aunt Dolly. And after that, what was it? I went to the garden center. Oh, and then this lady almost ran me over. This lady almost ran me over. So I did take it upon myself, and I threw a pudding at her because she almost ran me over because I had food in my hand. And that was that. And then she comes back around and tries to run me over again. She had kids in the car. And that was that. And she took off. And then she said something threatening to me, and I didn't get what she said because she had a curling irons herself.
So,
and I didn't.
The way she did is really unnecessary. First, she made it seem like the lady selling the curling iron was just a random psycho in the parking lot. And I almost ran her over. Then I was, oh yeah, she was selling the curling iron.
You were gonna purchase something on Facebook, right?
I said no. I said no.
So that female that you're out with, what happened with that when you were gonna purchase that?
Nothing happened. Nothing happened at all. She just came up to me, and I said, you know what? You almost ran me over. You almost ran me over. So I tried to get out of my face.
So at what point did you pull out a knife?
I didn't pull out a knife. It was a pudding. She has a pudding in her car.
Pudding?
A Jello pudding from a hospital. Yeah.
So,
because she almost ran over my feet.
So how come video shows something different?
It's pudding. I could assure you it's pudding. It's a chocolate pudding that I didn't eat. That fell on her lap.
That fell on her lap?
Yeah, she had shit on her car, and that's why I said no. She looked weird. She looked very weird. She looked intoxicated.
What were you gonna buy from her?
It was a gold curling iron for $5.
Don't judge me for that victim or not. She was definitely getting out. I'm sorry, but we all saw it, and I was not going to say anything. I truly skipped past it. I had already said what I said about that lady. She did not have to go there, but she's not entirely wrong. She peeped on her end, and she said, "No, ma'am." At least with the way her story is going.
And I would have told that girl, poor thing, she could have got more money for that. For that, it was a very nice one. But I said, you know what? She didn't look all there in her head. She didn't, and I was like, you know what? I'm not.
What kind of car was she driving?
It was a Hyundai.
In color?
It was a light blue, like your eyes, like a bluish green.
Series 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Just give us a second.
Absolutely.
Okay, so she's going to be detained right now. We're going to take her down to the Roswell Police Department, and we're just waiting for an arrest warrant to be signed by a judge, and she will be placed under arrest and go to jail today, okay?
You might contact her probation officer. He'll help you out.
Because I think by Junior Wednesday she'll be out
Yeah.
again.
Unfortunately, it's New Mexico, so that's out of our control.
Yeah.
But yeah, she'll more than likely be out. Tomorrow's maybe she might see a judge tomorrow. Who knows? So
Don't you guys feel like you're wasting your time with some of these people?
it feels like that. Yep.
After reviewing video footage of the incident, officers determined that the woman brandished a knife during the encounter. She was subsequently charged with attempted armed robbery, a felony offense, and was found to be in violation of her probation.
Well, that turned out about how we expected it. Yeah, it's crazy seeing parents because the way they're speaking on their child is what's going to be doing. They're locked up, but I understand where they're coming. Let's back it up on a positive. So I talk about smack. There was plenty of red flags, but ultimately, Granny was on her feet. Anyways, Granny did what she had to do to protect her granddaughter. Wrap this one up here. Drop down the comments, tell me your point of view. Do you think someone who could have mental issues behind bars is the best way to help them? Or in situations like this, when people are just doing petty crimes at midtime? Or, I mean, your perspective, does this make you want to be more precautious in the future? But I know a lot of people that have given up their addresses. Like, imagine this one came to your door, tried to break in with your kids. Like, that's a whole, if you were in the car, skirted off. I know a lot of, like, half, not even half. I was saying 99% of the time I'm getting stuff at Facebook Marketplace. They're giving me the address. And sometimes I don't even ask for it. I say I'll come tomorrow, and they already done gave me the address. I'm like, how did, anyways, and let me know your comments, let me know your thoughts, let me know your opinions. Let me know if it's going to make you move different in your heart. If it's just a one-off situation that we take with a grain of salt. But I appreciate y'all.